Good morning, class 5. Children, today we'll be starting a new chapter and we will continue with our online class later on. We'll start with lesson number 2, that is software and its types. So, let's see what all we are going to study in this chapter. Introduction, types of software, and second, relationship between hardware and software. Now let's start. Software. Software is a set of programs and related data that are used to give instructions to the hardware. In other words, software directs and guides the operation of a computer system. Means these are a set of programs and related data that are used to give instructions. Means they instruct the hardware as to what is expected from them, what they should do to fulfill our requirement. Our requirement means the requirement of the user. In other words, software directs and guides the operation of a computer system. Means it directs, it gives the direction, and it guides the operation of a computer system. Means depending upon the application on which we are working, it gives direction to the computer and it guide also as to what is to be done. Like in case of paint application, it guides the mouse as to how it has to function. In case of MS Word, it guides in another way. In case of PowerPoint, it guides in yet another way. So depending upon the program, depending upon the application, it guides and controls the operation of a computer system. Now you cannot touch software as you can do with the hardware. We have discussed earlier also in almost all the classes since class 2 that we cannot touch software. Software cannot be touched. We can only touch hardware. Hardware is the machinery part of the computer. The games you play on a computer, it's music and video files that you listen to and see on a computer, the documents on which you work, and most importantly, the operating system environment in which you work on your computer makes up the software. Means whatever that you cannot touch regarding the computer, it all makes up a software. Whether you are playing a game, whether you are listening to music, whether you are seeing a video, whether the file on which you are working like an MS Word, or the presentation on which you are working like MS PowerPoint, and most importantly the operating system means the whole instructions and programs that guides the computer for its functioning, they all makes up a software. Okay, operating system is also a part of the software because we cannot see operating system. We know that operating system is responsible for the functioning of computer. We know that operating system is very essential for the working of the computer, for the proper working of the computer, but we cannot touch it. We can only just imagine that they are a set of programs and files. Okay, so they also makes up the software. Now, do you know the term software was first used by John W. Tukey in 1957? This term was used by first of all by John W. Tukey in 1957. Please underline this, it is very important. Now, let us see the types of software. This is software and it is divided into two types. In this classification, we can see that software is divided into two parts, that is system software and application software. Means system software is the one which is controlling the system, and application software is the one which is designed for the purpose of user specification. Means whatever the user want, as per that application software is designed. Now system software is further divided into operating system, then language processor and utility software. System software is divided into these three types. And application software, it is divided into two types. This is general purpose application software and specific application software. This diagram you have to draw in your fair notebook. Okay, you can draw it like this horizontally, or you can draw like this vertically. Fine children, let's study system software a bit. System software. The system software is required to control the overall operations of a computer system. It can be classified in three categories. Means, as I just told you, that for a system to work, for computer system to work, we need some programs, we need some instructions, how it will boot up, how it will get connected to electricity, how it will get connected to other devices, what will it show to the user when it will be booted up. So for all this we need system software which can control the overall operations of a computer system. Now, operating system. An operating system is the most important software without which you cannot work on a computer system. Means it is the most important system operating system software without which we cannot work, because if operating system is missing in any computer system, whether it is a desktop or it is a laptop, or even if in your phone, if you check in your phone, if the settings, factory settings are not there, you will not be able to work even in your phone. So it is the most important software, most important software in any kind of software. Okay, it is the basic software that is present in a computer. It serves as an interface between the user and the hardware. Means it is the basic software which is present in a computer system. It has to be there in a computer system. Rest other softwares can be like adjusted to, compromised, but this particular software has to be there in the computer system. It serves as an interface between the user and the hardware. Why it is a basic software? Because it is serving as an interface. Interface means it is serving as a link between the user and the hardware. User is us, we all are user, and hardware is the machinery part. So if we want to use the machinery related to the computer, whether it is a keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, anything, then we need to have operating system. Only then whatever we will give the instructions, it will be able to work according to that. Now examples of operating system are MS Windows, Unix, etc. These are the few examples of operating systems. Now, language processors. Softwares are created by writing programs in computer languages. Means for learning software, for preparing softwares, when we want to write, when we want to prepare software, we need to know computer languages. We need to have the thorough knowledge of computer languages. There are many computer languages such as C, C++, and Java. The programs written in these languages cannot be understood by a computer. So there are many computer languages like C, C++, and Java. You will study in the later classes also, and as such you must have heard the names of all these also. So these languages are used for creating softwares. But the problem is the programs written in these languages cannot be understood by a computer. Though we write our programs in these languages, still computer cannot understand these languages. Okay. A language processor is a very important software as it translates or converts a program written in a computer language. Means it is a very important software. This language processor is a very important software because it translates, changes, like we do the translation from Hindi to English or English to Hindi, or converts a program written in computer languages. Computer languages are these languages into the machine language. Means they get changed into machine language form so that it can be understood by a computer. A computer can understand only machine language, which is in the form of zeros and ones. Okay. So when we write program in these languages, they get converted into machine language, and then only the computer will be able to understand. So this conversion or translation is done by the language processor. Computer languages are these, and machine languages is the which the computer can understand. Okay, so today you will revise all this. And now we will meet in next class. Bye.